Live, the news on NBC6 South Florida starts now.
Mothers speak out today saying their boys were raped by a man they trusted, their property manager.
And now a lawsuit claims it's the landlord's fault for hiring a convicted sex offender in the first place. NBC6 reporter Ari Odds are live in Miami now with the grim details. Ari.
Well, Adam, the crimes allegedly happened right here. According to the lawsuit, Adam Goldberg lured 3 young boys to this house and raped them. Now, the question being asked by the lawsuit is why did the property owner hire Goldberg in the first place, knowing he had just served 5 years in federal prison on child porn charges? And at the very least, shouldn't the tenants have known that about their property manager? These were the houses. Boys lived in them, and according to a lawsuit filed today, those boys were targeted by this man, Adam Goldberg, a convicted sex offender.
He raped little boys. He sexually assaulted them after earning their trust.
Attorney Chris Marlowe represents the families of 3 boys, ages 6, 12, and 14 at the time, who they claim were victims of Goldberg, the man who was their property manager.
Seemed like a very nice guy. Never would have thought.
He was always around, that mom says in Creole. The lawsuit isn't against Goldberg. He's back in jail anyway, charged with raping one of the boys. The lawsuit is against Jerome Stern, the man who owns the properties and hired a known child pornography sex offender as caretaker.
Why would you hire a sex offender knowing that 9 out of 10, the property that you own is going to have small kids?
In a deposition, Stern said, "The only thing I knew about him is he had a charge of pornography. I'm not sure what exactly sex offender means here."
This is not a case where the defendant did an inadequate background check. They knew exactly who they were hiring.
Marlowe points out that Stern's company asked the court to modify Goldberg's probation to allow him to use the internet again. The lawsuit claims Goldberg lured the boys back to this house where he allegedly raped them.
I would ask him why. Why did you do it? Like, now you have my child with trust issues. He don't really trust no one.
And that's why these suits are being filed, is to remind people that just when you think that you've seen it all, you haven't. It can get worse. It does get worse. And the man who has the keys to your house really might be raping your children.
And Marlowe thinks there probably are more victims out there who have not yet come forward. Miami-Dade police are investigating 2 of the cases now involved in the lawsuit. And of course, we tried to reach Stern. I called his lawyer, left a message, also emailed his lawyer, but got no response today. We're live in Northwest Miami-Dade. Ari Odds, NBC6 South Florida.